Friday. Come on,
Here we go.
Feels a little like spring in this city this morning for a variety of reasons. And it's not the weather. Mr. Wilbon is back with us today. Jay is ready to go. Han is ready to go. The Windman is up early this morning, and we begin the only place we can, the Madhouse, Madison Square Garden. Jalen Brunson and the Knicks hosting the Pacers in a do-or-die game 5-4 New York. And JWill Brunson came out fast. He was knocking down shots, and he was throwing up lobs to Mitchell Robinson.
Well, think about game 4 down the stretch where he wasn't really aggressive. A completely different Jalen Brunson in the first 7 minutes of this first quarter. Dominated and set it the tone right away.
Other side of the coin, Tyrese Halliburton, tough night all the way around, Allen.
Look where they're picking up above the three-point line, not giving him any airspace, frustrating him. He had a body on him the entire game. At one point, Mikal Bridges was literally hugging him, not letting him get to his spaces. You see, that's a forced shot. He played right into the Knicks defense.
And then stay with it the other way. Brunson, 14 points in the first quarter. The Knicks opened up a lead. Second quarter, Michael, the Knicks' other star came up big for them. Karl Anthony Towns fighting underneath.
We didn't know an hour before the game that Karl Anthony Towns for certain was going to play. Mm-hmm. And when he walked out there, JWill and I were talking about, he looked gimpy. We were sort of worried. Mm-hmm. Got into it quickly.
17 and 10 in the first half. For Towns, Knicks up 11 at halftime, and then the beginning of the third quarter, more from Brunson.
I mean, just that's why they call him Big Body. And you're seeing Naismith right there, so consumed with not getting the call. He was only focused on getting the bucket. I mean, this dude is just phenomenal.
And early third quarter's been bad for the Knicks, and he knew it, and he had to come out hot.
And then
First and third quarter, he dominated.
Yes.
And then Allen on the defensive end. Mitchell Robinson is there.
Long arm of the law. And you see it once again, Tyrese Halliburton just had no airspace, no room. They were all over his case all game long.
Halliburton would score only 8 points, and then it's more from Brunson in the mid-range. The Knicks would open up their lead to 18 points. 3 minutes left. It's a 14-point game. Karl Anthony Towns would score 24 and add 13 rebounds. Brunson finishes with 32 and 5 assists, and the Knicks stay alive. 111-94 is the final. There will be a game 6 tomorrow night in Indianapolis. And with their performances last night, Brunson and Towns became the second pair of teammates to score 20 points in each of the first 5 games of a conference finals, joining Shaq and Kobe, who did it in 2002 against Sacramento. The Lakers, by the way, would win that series in 7. Here was Brunson afterwards, asked if he felt he needed to outplay Halliburton.
I mean, our back's against the wall, and so I wasn't thinking I need to play better than him. I was just thinking I need to help my team win, and that's my mindset every time I'm on the court, just helping the team win.
Every game is do or die, so we don't bring that energy, we don't bring that execution, our season will be over.
Okay, JWill, first reaction.
I mean, that team that we saw last night, where Karl Anthony Towns is aggressive, Jalen Brunson setting the tone, quarters 1 through 3, defensively picking up Tyrese Halliburton full court, turning him multiple times, taking the air out of the ball. That team's defensive performance in taking care of the rock is not only the reason why they have a chance to win this series, but that gives them the fighting shot against OKC. I will still have OKC favored, but if that team shows up, that will give them their best odds to compete for a world championship. The question is, I don't know which team is going to show up. That's what happens. I'm not sure which team is going to show up in game 6.
They don't either.
Let me get the Windman in here for the first time this morning. Windy, you were making the point yesterday. The Knicks' problems were not on the offensive end of the floor. It was the defensive side. And obviously they hold the high-scoring Pacers to 94 last night. What did you see?
It was a completely different reality for Tyrese Halliburton. He ran down. He was in a pickup in game. Last night, Bridges picking. I want to highlight Jalen. Jalen Brunson defensively has been an absolute for the Pacers series. The way he played last on guys, not allowing himself to be easily moved out of the way. Look, he's never going to be a great defensive player, but he can fight on defense. He fought on defense in this game. He played like he was facing elimination. And the big number, look at this between what they shot against him as the primary defender in the first 4 games versus last night. So not only was that when he would switch on to Halliburton, he eliminated Aaron Nesmith in this game. He was 5 of 5 against him on offense, and on defense, Nesmith he made a real a total team performance from Brunson last.
You know, Michael, I mean, you've seen basically S2C, right? I mean, the Knicks came out last night like they needed it, and the Pacers on some level didn't look that way.
Well, there are two elements, and I'm glad that Wendy used the word fight, because that's what the Knicks did last night. And that's been their hallmark. That's what I expected them to do. Would it work to the degree it did? Not necessarily, but they fought. First possession of the game, sitting with JWill, and he notices how the Knicks fight Halliburton. They pick him up 3/4 toward the first possession. The fight that Jalen Brunson demonstrated in taking control of the game. This is like a prize fight. The Knicks knew, and Brunson knew, that diagnosis was, gotta get control of this game early. What have the Knicks been doing? Falling behind, not having control, letting Boston get control of the series of the game, letting Indiana get control. Didn't do that last night. Now, it's not just which team will show up for me, Alan. I get what you're saying. Which Indiana team is going to show up? Are they going to fight? Are they going to feel and play with that kind of desperation back at home? Are they going to meet the Knicks when it comes to aggression? Because they didn't last night. The Knicks got on top of them, and again, like a prize fight, stayed there and controlled the action. Is that going to happen again tomorrow?
I'll continue on the theme because for most of the game, I noticed they understood come out. They're going to come out, just get through with the emotion and the hang around. Talking about keep it. It had a very much game. Crazy. The Pacers hung this thing to 10. I think I saw and seen that. We'll get through this. And in the third quarter, had that happen.
They thought what I suspected was.
Yeah.
Expected it, and they got it.
We're on the floor. It's very, very close to Carl. You know, I didn't see any. I didn't see any. Man, played through injury in the fourth quarter and unguardable night. And he himself, he just did
well through
the rim.
Why are they playing him? It's still like you've seen a lot of the highlights. You're seeing it's a lot of one-on putbacks and a lot of things. Rim, he's faced.
Also, take charges on.
This is all one on OB.
With any particular, just didn't. Sometimes you let go, because sometimes you can't 48 hours.
Yeah.
They say things about going home. Let's fight.
But also, Mike, it creates energy.
This series sit now. 3-2 Pacers going home games. You have it's outcome. Do you make sure of this series right?
I think these teams are all outscored the Pacers by. Could go. That's not a hard hitting. The reason I bring that up is next two games was the Pacers fewer points. How do you do that? Keep slowing him down. Beat this team court. If Turner can beat them, but they can get the last 2 years. They were never expected. Now, and now they're the favorite home court in a game. They are. I want to see
A22 because Tyrese last night, it couldn't have looked more different. In game 4, he had 32 points on 23 shots and a triple-double with 0 assists. Last night, he had just 8 points on just 7 shots. Jay, I assume you're going to tell me most of that is attributable to the Knicks' defensive attack.
It is, but it isn't. I mean, the first thing I thought last night when the game was over, I sent out a tweet said his performance was unacceptable. Is what the hell? Like, what the hell is going on? I mean, I don't understand how you could be aggressive in game 4 and know that also when you score 25 points or more, your team is almost undefeated. So, like, you know, a lot of your offense, you have to be aggressive. And there were times last night watching the game, he did not even look at the rim. Look, his average touch per possession is around 4.7 seconds. Right, last night it was 3.7 seconds. That's a second difference. That adds up when you play fast. That's because the Knicks took the ball out of his hands, and also he was a willing passer to get the ball out of his own hands.
Fridays are for Fortenbaugh on this show. Let's bring Joe into the conversation. Our best bets here is our gambling expert.
Walk and talk.
And the Pacers, right?
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you liked the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we notice that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.